Hello, everyone. Welcome to Data Ratify. If you're new here, my name is Oma, and I create beginner friendly videos to help you unlock the power of Excel. Today, we're diving into mastering data entry and formatting in Excel. Let's begin by entering our data in Excel. First, select a cell by clicking on it. A cell is any box where a row and a column meet, and cells are usually identified by alphabets and numbers. In our case, we've selected cell B1. Here is cell I4. So select any cell and type in any data. For example, we're in cell B2 and we're going to type rent, for example. And then you press enter. The enter key now allows the cell below to become active and ready for another entry. And we can enter this case something like shopping. Okay. We can also enter figures, like maybe 12,000. We can also enter dates, for example, 14th of December 2024, and so on and so forth. Excel can also help you compute, so like carry out formulas, perform mathematical functions, depending on what you query Excel or what you ask it to do for you. Now, we can use the tab key to move right in Excel. You use the tab key to move right, and you use the enter key to move down. You can also use the autofill handle. The autofill handle is the small square at the corner of a cell. This helps you to copy patterns like days of the week or sequential numbers. For example, we have Monday, Tuesday, and I just want Excel to continue filling. You see, so you use the autofill and drag down, and it fills in sequentially. When it comes to formatting, formatting makes your data readable, organized, and visually appealing. There are four formatting tools that I want us to take a look at: fonts, colors, borders, and alignment. And to use that, we're going to be focusing on the fonts and the alignment group under the Home tab. If you want Excel to give you the same, type of font across your Excel sheet, you can select the range of data. In this case, we have data running from cell B2 to cell B19. We select it and then we go to the font group in the Home tab and ask it to change the font style. Okay. So we can decide we want Times New Roman, for example. If you type it, there you go. That's it, Times New Roman. You can decide to change the font size, maybe 14 to make it, a lot larger. We can ask, let us give this a title and say maybe expense tracker. Another thing we can do is to touch this cell above. It highlights the entire cell, and you ask it to change, the font style for all the cells, and also the size. Because this is like a title, we can ask that it should make it bold. Okay. And when it does make it bold, we can even increase the size of the header for emphasis. There you go. In terms of colors, we can apply a color to the, apply a background color to highlight headers. For example, here where we want to have all our headers, we can decide that we want it to be maybe orange. Okay. And that is we clicked on the fill color icon and choose a color. We can say, okay, let us say maybe rent is 250K. Yeah, shopping for the month, maybe 50K. and we can say we want the lists of things in our expense sheet to be maybe a different color, maybe light orange. Okay, so it depends on what it is that you want. We can also add borders, to our table so that it tells people, it makes it catchy, so we come down here and say we want borders, maybe all borders. Okay, we can also ask that maybe we want thick borders at the area of, so you see it's darker. The borders at the end of the item of our list is darker than the ones inside. Okay, now we can align. You can say we want all our texts to be on the left, and we want our numbers to be on the right. Okay, or we want everything to be on the left. Then you format depending on what alignment style you choose. Again, you can see that the font size of our header is actually going beyond the border of the C column. So what we can do is we can merge these two cells. You highlight the two cells and you click on merge and center. It will merge it and center and put it at the center. Okay, so let me reduce this. Okay, so you can see that shopping now has gone really small. We can decide to wrap text. If you wrap it, it makes it puts it together so we can see it. But this is not neat, so it's good to leave it the way it is, and to take it back to the way it was. You double click on the border and it expands the cell, making it look a lot more attractive. I know earlier we mentioned that we're going to stick to the font and alignment group, but let me just say something about the numbers. We can make the numbers a lot more readable by leaving it to the right side, and also by using the number group to tell Excel to make it look more like numbers by adding the two dots at the end. So if you were speaking in Naira terms, it will show you the kobo, and also put commas. So everybody knows what it is that we're dealing with as soon as they see it. So if we wanted if we wanted to do this same thing that we have done to cells B1 to C3 down here, all we need to do is to highlight this, use the format painter tool to apply the same thing here, and it works. So that's another thing that you can easily do with Excel. Now let's work with a practical example. In this case, we're going to try and create a monthly expense tracker. Okay, we can just start with cell H3. Let us say we want a monthly expense tracker. So we've given our sheet a title. In the first row, in this case, which will be H4, we can add date, a description, a category, and of course amount. Okay, and we use the enter key to move down. So in this case, because we started from column H, enter will take us back to column H5 because we started on H4. Let us say the first date is maybe, let's say, 3 days ago. So 11th of December 2024. Let's say shopping, and this time around it was for food, and it was maybe 5K. Okay, we use the enter again, and let's say maybe on the 12th of December it was rent, paid rent mid-month, and this is for, let's say, shop. and maybe 3,000. And then yesterday, another expense, and it was for maybe electricity, um, utilities, and then let's say that that was for 2.5. Okay. So let's work with this. In order to format this tracker, let us highlight the description of each item. Let us make it bold. Okay. We can add a background color to this. Maybe we want it to be light green. Okay. We can add borders to the entire table. Okay. But then it doesn't make it so neat. So let us also add borders inside the table. Let's say all borders. And then we also want the entire table to be to have thick outside borders. Let's align so that everything is visible. Okay. Because this title relates to the entire table, let us merge and center it. We can also bolden it. We can also increase the size, the font size of the title, 16. Okay. Um, for we can center and align the titles as well. Here, put them at the center. Okay. We can also do the same for the dates. For the amount, we can also ask it to let us see that we're dealing with thousands of naira, for example. Okay. So there you go. You have just learned how to enter data in Excel, to format cells, and to create a monthly expense tracker. Remember, good formatting isn't just about aesthetics, it helps make your data easier to analyze and understand. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share it with others who want to learn Excel. I would also love to hear your feedback. Please keep them coming. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, please drop them as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy data analyzing.